The Eastern Cape Liquor Board is intensifying its calls to ban pens down parties. The board has launched an anti-pens down campaign targeting schools in Mthatha and various other cities in the Eastern Cape. Now, this follows the disturbing videos that went viral. Now, in one video, pupils are seen celebrating in a drunken state. This, of course, sparked by the conversation around the issue of underage drinking. Now, you'll remember the tragic events at Mgwebi Tavern where the 21 youngsters were killed in a shootout. For more on this, let's bring in, not in a shootout rather, but rather dying in circumstances within the tavern. Let's bring in the spokesperson for the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, Mgwebi Msiya. Mr. Msiya, thank you very much this morning. And I mean, this is an important cause that you've embarked upon, and it's something that we've reported on over the last few days. Have you found that there is appetite to support this particular campaign? And are you finding youngsters themselves in support of such a call from yourselves and other related stakeholders?
Thank you very much for having us on your show. Yes, indeed, there is a lot of support that we're getting from various stakeholders in implementing this initiative. Remember, everyone in the society is very, very worried about the potential, outbreak of these events after the end of the examinations. And I think also what has been of great concern to many of the people of the Eastern Cape is that already we had started to see on various social media platforms, some messages, showing arrangements that are currently being made in preparation for these pens down parties, for the end of the exams. So everybody is supporting it. Different members of from the community, government departments, and other NGOs. So are rallying behind us in driving this initiative, because we, as a province, we have taken a very serious stance to say that we do not want to see the reoccurrence of what happened at the Mgwebi Tavern. Hence, as the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, we have taken a view that let us be proactive this time around and start rolling out this campaign so that we can raise awareness amongst our learners, discouraging them from this unfortunate tendency of organizing these parties, which are largely characterized by excessive consumption of alcohol.
One of the things that the Mgwebi Tavern tragedy highlighted, Mr. Msiya, is the lack of oversight that we have in our communities in terms of policing tavern owners and stakeholders related to such sectors. What do you think needs to be done, particularly as you go on with this campaign, to ensure that those who own taverns or restaurants are not selling to underage or young people alcohol and other related substances? Are you confident that there are bodies or structures that exist that will make sure that oversight exists?
Yes, indeed. I think for us, the most critical, sector of the society that can really assist us, in clamping down on this, on the non-compliance by many liquor traders are the communities themselves. So we believe that communities can play a very, very, a crucial role in one, identifying these non-compliant outlets in their respective areas, but also ensuring that they report, these outlets to the Eastern Cape Liquor Board and the South African Police Service. We currently have more than 7,000 liquor outlets, and it's quite very, very cumbersome for us as the Eastern Cape Liquor Board to think that we can monitor these liquor outlets on a daily basis. We don't have that kind of a capacity. So that is why we are mobilizing different community role players to say they must also come on board. They must rally behind us to assist us in monitoring these tendencies, but also reporting them where they actually identify them. But I think also importantly for us is to mobilize and empower our liquor traders, but I think also enforce the trading conditions, because that is where the problem also emanates, where some of these liquor traders will wittingly or unwittingly flout the trading conditions, such as the case that happened at Mgwebi, where we had, that horrific incident that happened there, leading to the perishing of 21 young people. So that liquor outlet is an outlet that is fully, that was fully licensed and all that. So we're saying the liquor traders must also come on board, but we have also been running workshops now where we are, once again empowering them with their responsibility, how to ensure that they adhere to their trading conditions. But over and above that, we are also assuring them that as the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, we will not hesitate to take an action against those that contravened their trading conditions, because it's really them that must be assisting us by ensuring that in their establishment they don't allow young people, number one, but also they adhere to the trading conditions that are attached to their liquor licenses. So they are very, very critical for us, liquor traders, to come on board and ensure that they comply with their trading conditions. But also, I think one other area that compounds our problem, here in the Eastern Cape, is the issue of the illegal liquor outlets that are also mushrooming all over in the communities. That is where now communities become very, very essential for us in ensuring that they are able to identify those illegal liquor outlets there, because those are not regulated. They are not in our database. We don't know about them. We rely on the community to advise us whenever they identify them. So that's another area that is actually giving us a lot of challenges in terms of regulating the liquor industry in the province. But like I say, for us is to ensure that what we have started to do right now is to mobilize as many stakeholders as possible, so that we have everybody playing their role in actually dealing with this social problem.
Yeah, and just a final thought on that, getting stakeholders involved to make sure that you're able to deal with the depths of the problem. In your engagements over the last few weeks or months, have you found many other taverns or related establishments that are in contravention of the different acts and laws? And have you found that you were able to assist in the closure of these establishments, or is this something that you're still working towards?
Following a number of police operations that we have conducted as the Eastern Cape Liquor Board recently, what we are picking up is the increasing number of the liquor outlets. We have closed quite a number of illegal liquor outlets out there. Yes, indeed, we do have here and there the licensed liquor outlets that are not necessarily adhering to their trading conditions, that are not compliant, so to speak. But largely, I think our problem is with the illegal liquor outlets. So we've closed quite a number of them. I think over the last 3 months, we've closed a substantial number of the illegal liquor outlets. And I must also indicate that the fact that subsequent to the Mgwebi incident, we started to receive a lot of complaints from the community, because we do have a toll-free line where our communities can report to us any of these tendencies in the communities and all that. So we are receiving a lot of these that we are attending to now about the liquor outlets that do not comply with the trading conditions, that do not close on time, that allow young people into their liquor establishments. So we've attended to those. So yes, indeed, the issue of non-compliance continues to pose a challenge to us. But more importantly, those that are selling without valid liquor license, I think that's the biggest challenge that we're dealing with as the Eastern Cape Liquor Board.